walked away with about 15 minutes left, and they really mixed it up. Osip's playing... Oh, no, never mind. He's playing John. What did I say? I said he was playing John.
Yeah.
Okay. I got nervous for a second.
All right.
I'm good.
All right, let's take a look at Bernard's deck really quickly, too. Here, he's got some forests, some mountains, and some plains. So I see a Naya deck here.
Okay, so John versus Naya. And any cards really stand out?
I mean, I see a card in this Landslot and Grove of the Guardian, which makes an 8/8 elemental.
Oh, wow. That card's pretty awesome.
That's certainly something to look out for. If you try, I also see a white border plane, so I'm going to take a break in a minute because I'm going to go throw up.
Okay.
I hate the white border. I hate the white bordered lands.
Sure.
Some people love them, but I hate them, Gerard.
All right, so Osip with the Gruul Guildgate and a Forest.
So Greenside Watcher is going to start things over there for Shu.
And Shu, yeah. All right, so end of turn. Oh, wow, our first rare. Our first rare of the match.
Skylasher.
Yeah,
very nice.
2/2, Flash, Reach, Protection from Blue. Yeah.
Protection from Delver Secrets.
It could be good in Legacy. I was reading an article about that on Star City.
Yeah, some people think that, if the format calls for it, this could be a good card for Legacy, as we do see a Cluestone there from Lebedowicz, and he does pass the turn.
I believe it was a Boros Cluestone?
Yeah. Now, I'm not, I think the Skylasher could be okay, as we do see a Cluestone over there on that side as well, but I'm not convinced it's going to be anything special.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Abilities.
Yeah, but at the end, it's still a 2/2 that gets lightning bolted.
Yeah.
Abrupt decayed.
Yeah.
So my one thing is that when I was walking around, a lot of teams were playing Cluestones over Key Runes, and I don't agree with that. I think Key Runes are more powerful.
I think Key Runes are more powerful too, but nothing's as powerful as a Rumble Belt Raiders.
Oh, wow.
And that card is pretty difficult to cast on turn, on time, on turn 3 or turn 4, but if you're able to cast that on time, this card gets ridiculous quickly. As you guys see it on the screen, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each attacking creature you control. So this thing can grow out of control very, very quickly, and if you're in a green mirror, it's actually kind of hard to kill. But Warleader's Helix, the uncommon, is going to take out the rare, and Shu's going to gain 4 life, so take that, Rollback Raiders.
And you saw Shu immediately casted. He doesn't want to, pass the turn just in case also has a pump spell to get blown out. Just, if you kill something very important, kill it right now.
In this format, there are a lot of pump spells.
Definitely.
My friend, so you do not want to get blown out by that. The Skylasher is going to come across here, offering up a trade with the Greenside Watcher. Osip not going to overvalue his Grizzly Bear, especially with protection from blue in this matchup.
Yeah,
it's not going to be relevant at all. And big follow-up there with the Cinder Elemental.
Yeah, I can almost see Osip boarding out the Skylasher, even though it's a rare. It's kind of an odd thing to say. Yeah, maybe you should side out your rare.
Yeah.
But in this case, maybe you should.
Yeah. I mean, it is a rare, of course, but at the end of the day, it's a 2/2 for 2.
Yeah.
As you see, right there, it's the piggy. This little piggy,
the swine.
Yeah. Went to the red zone.
So now Osip has a couple of options. You can play the spells that are in his hand, or you can use the Cinder Elemental to just get rid of that 5/4 right now.
Yeah.
5/4 is big body. We were talking about you should save your removal, but here Cinder Elemental is not always going to be a removal spell. You don't want to be tapped out, then your opponent kills your Cinder Elemental, you don't get anything out of it. So we'll see what happens.
I think that's my favorite Gruul card right there.
Is it really?
Yeah, I love the Swine. It's a great attacker. Cinder Elemental is going to take down the Swine. It's also a great combat trick. Good to get back with, regrowth type effects or raise type effects. Just everything I would want in a card, and it's a common too. It feels like if that card were an uncommon, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay.
Like having that card a common, it's everything you want in a Gruul deck. As you do see a Gruul Guildgate there from Shu. Followed up with another little piggy.
Yeah, the brother. All right, so it looks like Shu just has lots of big guys here. All right, so Osip's going to evolve his creature, turn into a 3/2 Trampler. I'm not the biggest fan. I prefer Krakenora. Starts at a 3-mana 1/3 with Reach. Here it's a 3-mana 2/1 with Trample. I think Reach is way more important than Trample, as you can see on the screen.
I don't hate Battering Crassus, or as I call him, Hammerhead.
Okay.
But, it's no. Comparing to Krakenora almost doesn't seem fair, because Krakenora is so good.
Yeah. It is pretty odd to see a fish beast.
Oh, well, that's part of what I love about the Civic Guild.
Yeah.
It's just the creature types are so all over the place. I bet R&D or whoever had the decisions between what the creature types were going to be for that had a blast all day long.
Yes, definitely. Do you know Shamble Shark's creature type?
Do I ever?
Can you take a guess? What do you think it is?
I'm going to go with a fish crab.
Yeah, it's a fish crab.
Yeah, it might as well be.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what a fish crab would look like, but...
It sounds delicious.
Yeah. Go to the buffet. Give me some of the Shamble Shark.
Yeah. And there's a Wojak Halberdiers to follow things up with. Now, Gerard, as these two players do, kind of move into the mid to late game here, the question you have to ask yourself, right, is how good is a card like Wojak Halberdiers or these 2-drops that were the premium before?
Cedric, you read my article, right?
Yeah.
And what did I say about these 2 drops?
You're not the biggest fan.
I'm not the biggest fan, you know? Sure, if you have it on turn 2 with a fast start, you're gonna get in some damage, but in this format, people stabilize. You know, any of the gatekeepers help you stabilize. The black one, the white one, the green one. You know, aside for the red gatekeeper, all of them are really solid. There's other cards that help stabilize. The Tresor Troll right there. Here's a pit fight. I mean,
so Osip went to evolve with that Iron Crassus, and she said, "Hold on a second, I got a response to the evolve trigger from the Tresor Troll. Tresor Troll being a 1/4, Batter Crassus being a 3/2, it would evolve it into a 4/3. But pit fights here, a little bit of a battle between this little piggy and that little, what was it again? A fish.
This one's
what is that Batter Crassus?
Fish beast.
Fish beast.
But I have a question, okay?
Okay.
Now, who really cares if that fish beast turned into a 4/3? It could still trade with the Wojak Habadiers.
Yep.
I would rather save my pit fight for something more important.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't disagree with you. I mean, as we said earlier, you know, removals at a premium, not just in this format, but in limited in general.
Okay.
Removals at a premium. So you know, to trade, you know, that pit fight to take care of that kind of little boring 3/2 as Annihilating Fire is going to finish off the pig. You'll see a shoe's taking a look at Annihilating Fire. It's going to remove it from the game.
Yep.
It deals 3 damage to it, instant for 1 red. I agree with you. I think the pit fight there, not so good.
But let's just stop for a second here. Why does Osip even need to kill that 5/4? He doesn't. He has a 1/4 regenerator. He has a 3/3. He could double block and regenerate, or he could just block and regenerate.
I agree.
He doesn't even need to regenerate if depending on how he assigns the blockers, order 1, order 2. So I feel like a lot of players just kind of waste their removal spells when they don't need to.
Yeah, so now we have a 6-man. Now we have an explosive impact. It's going to take down the Tresor Troll, and now here comes the very brave Wojak Halberdiers. You know, it's just a 3/2. Doesn't have first strike because no battalion right now. So offering up the trade with the Cardozo Monitor.
Yeah, just trade right there. See, I'm not even sure about that. Why? You know, do we care about that 1/4? Is it going to threaten me?
Yeah, I think, you know, the thing that people need to realize too is, like, imagine if one of these players now draws like a Guild Mage.
Yeah, it's game
like,
over.
Guild Mage just like takes over the game as Osip's going to cycle his Clue Stone.
I really hope somebody draws a Guild
He's
Mage.
going to play 2 mana, and here's a Greenside Watcher, so not quite a Guild Mage. But, you know, any of the Guild Mages, you know, the Gruul Guild Mage, the Golgarian Guild Mage. Here's a
wow.
The Unbrowed, 6 mana, 6/6, has to attack, reach, vigilance. What doesn't it do?
So I think Osip's gonna have to scavenge onto his guy. I'm not too sure. This card is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way this card is not awesome, right? I mean, yes, it does have to attack every turn, so that's a little bit annoying. Maybe it can run itself into a poor little fight over the course of time, but it's definitely going to take some things with it if you're going to take care of it in the combat zone.
Sure. So Osip just plays 3/4 hexproof. Return to Ravnica.
The Rollbelt Rhino?
Rollbelt Rhino, yeah. It's 3/4 hexproof from Return to Ravnica. A fine card, but
I like it when you got Scavenge involved.
Yeah, when you have Scavenge involved, it's not bad. It's probably really good with something like an Unflinching Courage.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Hexproof and creature enchantments. Where'd you learn that from?
Yeah, Holy Mantle combo.
Oh, come on now. Play fair. If you're gonna play fair.
Alright. So Shu gets in for 6.
Yeah, Osip here, he has to take the hit. He's going to go down to 9. Kind of hope that Shu doesn't have any big follow-up here, because now he can, assuming he does have 7 lands, it looks like he has 6 mana. He's looking for his 7th mana to be able to scavenge that Cardozo Monitor.
I mean, if Osip wanted to, he could even use that Gatekeeper to untap a Guild Gate.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. It's probably better for him to leave that Gatekeeper back, just in case he needs a chump. So Osip does your line of play, which I definitely agree with.
So now you see the Rhino, the rollback Rhino is now a 6/7, and guess what, Thar?
You're gonna lose this fight.
You got to come on in
to
the rollback Rhino, whether you like it or not. So do you have a Blood Rush spell or a Pump spell? That's the question.
Yeah, it is a really nice combo with Blood Rush, because Blood Rush works as a pump spell, but it's not a spell where you have to take 6 damage from your own creature.
So Rollbelt Rhino jumps in the front of the way, and here's a Scorchwalker.
Okay.
So Osip's going to take a look at that. The Blood Rush on that, of course, is +5/+1.
Yeah. So right now, even before seeing the Blood Rush, okay, do you think Osip should have double blocked? Why not, right? Like, do you care if you're going to lose a 2/1 when you know you have a better chance of killing that?
You make a good point.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
make a good point.
It's not only the 5/1, it's also the Battered Horn, which is +3/+2.
Yep.
So that would have taken it down?
Yeah, the Slaughterhorn.
Yeah, Slaughterhorn. Slaughterhorn, yes. So it's, you know, limited, trust me, is so skill intensive. A lot of people, I don't think, give enough credit towards it.
You see, now you're going to see double block there by Osip. He's going to untap and he's going to pump this guy.
Sure.
So now you're going to get the trade. Rorkthar's finally off the table. And Rorkthar, you did a pretty nice job there, my friend.
It was like a I don't know, what do you get, 3-4 cards out of the deal?
Yeah, felt like more than that.
Yeah.
Also got 6 damage across too, if you want to count that for a card.
Yeah,
As
sure.
we do get an update here, Phil Napoli and William Postlehwait both won their match, and now Cluestone can finally be sacrificed here. Shu can get a little deeper into his deck, draws the Fish Beast in Battering Crassus to go along with a Warmind Infantry. So a couple of plays here, you're going to see an Evolve trigger now too, because he does play his spells in the correct order.
Yeah, and since we're doing, you know, some analysis, why not sacrifice the Cluestone on your turn?
Yep. Agreed.
Why pass the turn? Again, in Constructed, oh, you pass the turn because I might be holding up Syncopate. Oh, wow.
The analysis stops there because
It
Gruul
does.
Rage Beast
Beast
is
just
here.
to play.
That thing is pissed.
Yeah.
It's going to fight
7
something
mana,
here.
6/6. When it comes into play, it gets into a
Or
fight.
another creature.
Or when another creature enters the battlefield, it gets into another fight as well. There you see on the screen, Gruul Rage Beast.
Now this was the card where in Gatecrash, because Elite Four was so fast, everyone was talking about how in any other format this card would be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with them. And now you see Rage Beast in a slower format here, where both players are in the late game here, kind of playing off the top of their deck. Well, I have Gruul Rage Beast, and I'm going to fight the crap out of that Fish Beast. And by the way, it's a 6/6. I dare you to attack.
Yeah, exactly.
So now Osip is going to draw his card rather confidently. Hard not to. If he does have a creature, you know, he can battle the Warmind Infantry, assuming that it is, you know, it does have more than 2 toughness. Of course, a 3/2 will let it trade. We'll see if Osip does have a big follow-up here, or even if he wants to attack. I mean, he is at 9. The opponent is at 24. You know, is it worth trying to race now? It looks like Osip does have 2 lands in his hand, and a forest and a mountain.
And as you saw, Osip was just trying to bluff with his lands.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, might gain him an edge. Why not? It's a free roll. So he's bashing in here.
Yep. So he sits in with the Rage Beast. He's going to knock Shu down to 18. 18-9 here in this match. Shu definitely in the lead on a life total standpoint, but he needs to catch up right now. So he has a couple lands in his hand as well. Both players are flooding out a little bit. Cluestones are kind of nice, Gerard, because they mitigate the mana flood a little bit.
Yeah. But imagine if Shu had a key rune over that Cluestone, he would be able to activate the Grove of the Guardian and make it 8/8.
Yep.
So that's the reason why Osip's attacking. Osip's attacking, he needs this game to end as quick as possible before Shu draws another creature to make it 8/8. Because Osip probably can't beat it.
Yeah, does he ever? And so you're going to see another attack here from Lebedowicz. Going to be 6 more. Going to knock Shu down to 12. Osip's going to play a mountain. Looks like he just drew another land for the turn.
They're really flooding
to
out.
pass the turn back. So again, he needs to fade. Shu drawing a creature. He draws a card. It looks like it may have been a creature. Yeah. He attacks the Warmind Infantry.
No.
Couldn't make it out right away.
Now, my other question is that he needs... Well, you know, Osip is on 7.
Yeah.
So this is interesting now, because Osip might actually have to leave his guy back this turn. Even if he were not to draw a creature, there's a good chance Osip would have had to leave back his 6/6 this turn,
Put
right?
the brakes on a little bit, maybe?
I think so.
Warmind Infantry coming in here, putting Osip down to 5. Feels like maybe not a creature. It is a creature.
Oh, wow. All right, so just a generic 4/6, I would call it. I believe that's what it is. 5 mana, 4/6 from the new set. 3 colorless, white, green.
That guy's kind of boring. He doesn't calculate or anything.
Yeah. I think it's just a 5 mana, 4/6.
We'll have it up momentarily on the screen for you guys. The name of that guy is escaping me right now.
Yeah.
As you see, Osip is going to take a look at a card that I'm very familiar with because I've lost to it many times in Grove of the Guardian.
All right. So what can Osip do here? What do you think he could do?
He draws his card. I'm not sure what card he drew there.
Yeah.
There it is. It's the Armored Wolf Rider. So it's the 5 mana 4/6.
He does have an ability. Yeah, that's the ability. He's an elf and
he's an elf. He's also got a great story to tell.
He does. That's a lot of words right there. The Wolf Rider himself. So Osip's thinking, you know, what can he really do? I see a forest, I see a mountain, and
For some reason, I think I see a split card.
Oh, really?
Nope, that's a mountain. I mean, there's a forest and a mountain he's holding.
In the front,
All right,
right?
so here's a Gruul Rage Beast coming in. I feel like he has something.
Oh,
here.
okay. It's the Ivy League Denizen.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 mana, 2/3. So, what's his thought process here? He could just play it, and he could just fight against the other 2/3, and nothing would happen.
Yeah.
And just he would have it as a chump blocker, I guess.
Yeah. There you see Ivy League Denizen on the screen for you. 2/3 comes in, another green creature comes into play. Put a +1/+1 counter target creature.
All right, so Shu takes
Shu
it.
just takes the damage. Osip wants to get his damage in. There's Ivy Lane. It's going to fight this 2/3. He's going to pass the turn back. So basically what happens here, Gerard, is that he's able to get in that damage because Osip is basically saying, I think that you are going to not attack me and make an 8/8 token. Alternatively, if you do attack me, I'm pretty happy about that. But I think Shu may have drawn a winner here in a mugging.
He has mugging, yeah. He's mugging and avenging arrow, so doesn't even need the avenging arrow, but he'll take game 1 against Osip Lebedowicz. Kind of, that was actually a really good game.
Yeah,
it was
and
back
some
and
people
forth.
may be wondering, why do you concede to mugging? But part of mugging doesn't just deal 2 damage. Now, it's already pretty good for a 1 mana that deals 2 damage. That's a shock.
Yeah.
But it also makes it so target creature can't block this turn, too. So it's also a mini falter effect. Ivy-Ling Denizen, 2/3, doesn't die to 2 damage, but it can't block. So he's facing lethal from the Wolf Rider and the other guy, and it's going to finish it off. So Shu's going to be up a game here, because we'll probably cut into another match here, either Postlehwait or Napoli. It doesn't really matter which one, as it looks like Postlehwait's game is in a bit of a board stall here.
Yeah, maybe we'll cut the Phil's match. Either
looks
one.
Like it looks like they're getting the light total set up here.
Okay, sure.
For Postlehwait and Varsallona.
Okay, good. So Varsallona and Billy P. So
Billy P, a player who the last time we were in this area, Star City Games in Edison, I think you were on the coverage for that when he did win the Standard Open with his Jund deck.
Yep.
No stopping grounds.
Yeah, Billy P, old school player, been around for a long time. Recently moved to New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a Thrill Kill Assassin. We have the Spy 2/3 flyer.
Yeah, the Blade Trust Spy and the Sin Collector.
All right, so he is Esper, like I said. And now on Varsalona's side, he has the Ogre Slumlord. 5 mana, 3/3 with Death Touch, and he spits out rats. And
when things die, rats come alive.
Yeah, 1/1 rat tokens.
You also see a Prophetic Prism here. You also do see a Key Rune, something that you talked about at length today. A Golgari Key Rune.
Yeah, I like the Key Runes.
And we also see a Toil Trouble
in
Varsalona's hand as well. So you guys seem to see the Ogre Slumlord on the screen again. A card that people thought was going to be a little bit better. I don't think it's a bad card by any stretch of the imagination.
It's good, yeah.
But, it's not great. Rats also do get Death Touch as well, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's pretty important.
Yeah, he doesn't have Death Touch himself, but the rats he spits out, they have Death Touch. All right, so there it is, Toil and Trouble on screen.
So it looks like he's casting the Toil half of this. Target player discards 2 cards and loses 2 life.
Is that a Demir Charm in Billy P's graveyard?
It is.
Yeah, it looks like a Demir Charm.
And you see a Brush Strider coming to play, the 3/1 Vigilance.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of that card either.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes into your thought on just Grizzly Bears and 2 mana creatures in general, right? Like, if it's not a Guild Mage or something that has a lot of abilities, or a card like Thrill Kill Assassin, Thrill Kill Assassin having Death Touch means that it can actually trade up the curve. And actually kill creatures that are much larger than it. In a lot of cases, especially in Return of Ravnica, you would see a Thrill Kill Assassin right now with a counter on it.
Yeah.
But we don't see that as you see Billy P cast an Orzhov Key Rune because he's using it defensively as a 1/2 with Death Strike, basically stopping these attacks here from anything, including that Ogre Slumlord.
Yep, definitely. So we'll see what happens. All right, so this is a lot of options. You see, is that a Dread Mangler?
That is a Dread Mangler that's drawn for the turn.
Okay, I see an Assassin Strike.
You do?
Yeah.
The 6 mana sorcery speed removal spell. When it kills a creature, the opponent, the creature that's killed the opponent has to discard a card.
Yeah. So is there something that you want to Assassin Strike or no? Anything?
Good question.
I'm not too sure if you want anything to. Okay, so there it is, the Torturer. I see a lot of people play this Torturer.
How do you feel about that? If you're going to see Assassin Strike take down Thrill Kill Assassin,
yeah,
kind of a little play on words there.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Torturer, to be honest.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I saw Jarvis Yu playing it. It doesn't seem that great to me. It seems slow. It seems like a really, really bad Lava Crew.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a slow pinger effect type card. And, you do get to get a little bit of information about the card that's revealed at random.
Yeah.
And, 4 mana 2/3 isn't anything. I mean, it's not anything special.
Okay.
Nowadays.
Sure.
As the Brush Rider is getting a little frisky coming on in there.
Yeah.
But, that 2 damage is starting to add up a little bit, and it does kind of stink to it as defender, but we can't get everything we want in the card.
And that attack with the Brush Rider is kind of a free roll because of the Ogre Slumlord.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, you want to trade? Fine, I get 2 1/1 rats that will have that touch.
Yeah.
Benefit me.
So now Blade Trust Spy is coming through in the air for 2 damage. Varsallona moved down to 11. We'll see if Postlehwait has a big follow-up here or not. He has a Trans-Guild Promenade.
And he's out of cards.
He's out of cards right now.
Yeah. So
pass the turn back.
I guess the Torturer will get in for 2 life here, but I think Varsallona is a big favorite here.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. I mean, it looks like he's a little bit ahead on board you know, the Torturer can start to go to work on his life total a little bit, because Postlehwait is in the lead as far as life is concerned.
Yep.
Brush Rider can start to chase him down a little bit, but, you know, Postlehwait can get a little bit of information, keep dealing 2 damage a turn.
Sure.
And you might be able to just stave off elimination. Also with that Orzhov Gildegate, the 1/4 life linker.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
He can trade, gain a little bit of life, what have you. So we'll see what Billy wants to, you know, attempt to do this turn.
Yeah.
I mean, the bad thing here for Billy is that he has no cards in his hand. You try to take a look at his deck list to see, does he have anything awesome to draw to, like a Cyclonic Rift, anything like that, like a Pack Rat? He doesn't have either one of those cards in his deck. He does have a Launch Party. He does have a Grave Betrayal. He definitely has some removal to draw to. But you know, I'm looking for a Bombo Wombo here.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting why he would swing in with the Dread Mangler. Do you think he has a trick? Oh, he swings with the Brush Rider and the Dread Mangler. I was thinking if I were Billy, I would just block the Dread Mangler.
Well, this reeks of a trick here.
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of close. All right, so Brush Rider's gonna hit the bin. He's going to get a 1/1 Rat. Now, the Rats have Death Touch because of the Ogre Slumlord.
Yes.
If Ogre Slumlord is not in play, the Rats no longer have Death Touch.
Correct.
So sometimes it's kind of dangerous to swing in with the Rats, or to block with the Rats, thinking, and then your Ogre Slumlord dies, and they no longer have Death Touch.
You get completely ruined in combat. That's the worst thing that can possibly happen to you.
Yes, definitely. All right, so we're waiting here to see what's going to happen. This game is pretty much starting to get into a board stall. And I think it's pretty common that most matches we see will be board stalls, except for maybe Phil Napoli's match, because he's just a really fast Boros deck.
Yep.
So it seems like he's going to win or lose quick.
Yep.
But maybe even with him, it's more board stalls.
And you can see in game 1 that he did win quickly.
Yeah, he did. Yes. Yeah. Phil Napoli's still up a game. Osip is down a game, so they're just revealing a card at random. You know, they make it more and more random. Just roll a die instead of just picking. You know, it doesn't get discarded.
Yep. Just, I get to see it. That's all the Torture's done.
All right.
Show me that mountain. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it would be awesome if it actually gets discarded.
I think it'd be a little too good if it gets discarded, honestly.
All right.
Not only do you take 2 when you get discard a card, and you have a 4-2/3 blocker.
At random,
at random, yeah. Careful. I know they print some outrageous card nowadays, Gerard, but yeah, give them a little bit of credit. They scaled it back a little bit, the higher Torturer.
All right, the Spy comes in for 2.
Billy keeping beat down in the air. We're going to see a Grizzly Salvage here from Varsallona. Let's take a look at the 5 cards, see if we can identify him right away. We're going to look here at an X-Wing Guardian, a Battering Crassus, a Forest, a Swamp, and a
Crocodile.
A Crocodile.
The Stoneforge Crocodile. I think I would take the Crocodile here, just because you could actually, give it lifelink, gain some life. Actually, damage race or board stall.
It feels like we're definitely in a damage race here.
Yeah, it's better than the other cards.
Yeah.
It's
also kind of, it doesn't have a superior body.
Okay.
Because it actually gets to trade. It trades with something, but trading's not so bad.
Sure.
Because the Slumlord's in place. So that might be where, Varsallona wants to be. As we do have a quick update here. Napoli versus Thompson. They're going to be going on to game 3. You see 1-1 there on the top of the screen for you.
Yeah. So this match is really tight, A game 3, also down a game, Billy up a game.
Yeah. This is what team tournaments are all about, right? You get to the nitty gritty. You got your teammate chiming in. Napoli probably said, "All right, Osip, he's tied it up, going to game 3. So get your head in the game, my man. I know you're down a game. You need to tie it up too. Don't put it all on me."
So this is the only tournament really where you could win 0 games of Magic and go home with the trophy. So it's
that's not what you strive for, but it's possible.
And I can't stress it enough. Team Sealed is a very, very skill-intensive format. Just look at the team that won Grand Prix San Jose. Matt
Sperling, Dave Williams,
Paul Riesel. Yeah. There's three excellent players, and they took it down. So, all right.
Hey, guys they beat in the finals, too, are no slouches either.
Yeah.
Lucas Xiao and the rest of his gang from Canada, those guys are no slouches either.
Yeah. All right. So the key room becomes activated. Billy's going to move into the blocking phase.
Looks like those rats coming across with Death Touch. You got to be very careful about this. You said
even the Q room has Death Touch,
Yeah.
A lot of death going on, a lot of touches going on in this on this game.
A little touch of lifelink.
Yeah.
Not a lot though. Just
not a lot. Yeah. So Billy will gain 1 life from the Orzhov Key Rune. Then he will lose 4, so -3 essentially.
Goes down to 12. And you can see that the tide is kind of turning in Varsalona's favor here, right? As he's going to reach for a little split card action.
There it is. And
So
will
Billy's
just
going to take a look
his
at that. You
graveyard.
see Down and Dirty,
Yeah.
one of the better named cards in this set here. Target player discards 2 cards, turn target card from your graveyard to your hand. Looks like we're going to see the Fuse version of that. So all value. No Fuse?
Nah, he's just going to dirty it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Billy's going to take a look at another card. Maybe it's the Assassin Strike. Okay. Well, he knew about it anyway.
Yep.
He knows about the Swordforged Crocodile. He knows about the Assassin Strike. So we'll see what happens here. Billy would just draw here. It looked like a spell, Cedric. Maybe it's a good one. I don't know. It did look like a spell, and he's
tapping mana.
Oh, is it just to activate?
Is he getting in here with the squadron? Oh
That's
no!
5.
And the activate.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's
so
it.
It looks like this attack here from Varsallona put him in a bad position. He got a little overly aggressive, and so Postlehwait activates his key room, gets in for damage, and attacks for a lethal attack. So Billy Postlehwait is going to win this game and this match 2-0.
Yeah.
So now, you've got Napoli in a game 3, you've got Lebedowicz down, but Postlehwait does defeat Andrew Varsallona. So Billy is thinking to himself, all right, I've done my job. Now it's time for me to try to help my teammates. And Jordan, let me ask you this question.
Sure.
Because some players are new to Team Sealed, but you and I, we're kind of old school. We've been playing Team Sealed for a while. Now I know that in old Team Sealed, you couldn't help your teammates.
Yeah.
You had to watch on, keep your mouth shut, and hope that your teammate was as good as you think they are.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you get to actually help. You can slide the chair around after your match is over. Even during matches, you can say, hey, Gerard, what am I supposed to do here? How do you feel about the communication? You're for it or against it?
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I actually played with it. I think it started in 06. This was the first time. So, but prior to 06, it was a lot different. You're definitely right. And now, in that game, okay, we saw how good Torturer was. So maybe it's good. Because, Billy had his opponent down to 5. He had a 1/4, 2/3 flyer, and then he had another ground creature be able to attack for 3 damage. You can only block one of them with the Ogre Slumlord, and then finish him up with the Torturer. So maybe the Torturer is actually good. I think it's secretly good. All right.
You see both players discussing right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Phil's asking Billy, hey, should I keep this hand? I mean, again, this is something that you can do.
Yeah.
Should I keep or should I mulligan? What do you think of my hand? I mean, you know what my deck looks like. Are you okay with me keeping this? And it looks like Billy said, yeah, go ahead and keep it. It's fine. And you see Thompson's going to mulligan down to 6 here. So Dylan's going to be looking for certainly a better 6. Maybe consult with his teammates of Shu and Varsallona. Should I keep my 6?
Exactly. Yeah, and Phil's going to be on the play this game because Phil won game 1, he lost game 2.
Yep.
And now it's game 3, so he's going to be on the play, and I'm pretty sure he's still a fast Boros deck that I saw when they were doing deck building. So if that's the case, Phil's deck is weak, but it is fast. You get an aggressive draw, get some battalion, get a little lucky, and then win.
I mean, if you're Phil right now, you got to be thinking, all right, my deck is aggressive. My opponent's taking a mulligan to 6 right now. Maybe he doesn't have a 2-drop or a 3-drop, maybe to get some beatdowns in and just get the last couple of points of damage in. As you're going to cut over to Ostis match really quickly there, while we wait for Napoli and Thompson to finish their mulligans.
There's the Crasher, the Tormented Crasher, 6 mana, 5/4 haste.
Yeah.
Comes in,
breaks down those tenements.
Yeah.
No fear of tenements, my friend. You see Warmind Infantry. You also see that Thrashing Moss Dog does have a counter on it. So right now it looks to be a 4/4 as Thompson is going to be taking another mulligan, moving down to 5 for you guys to see that in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. While we take a little sneak peek into Lebedowicz versus Shu. Lebedowicz looks like he's doing okay thus far. Does have a big creature out there, but again, as we saw in the first game in this match, Gerard, both players 6, 7 mana in play.
Yeah.
A ton of mana sources. They both have some really big spells. We saw the Ghoul Rage Beast from Osa a little earlier. Both players have scavenge cards as well. So this match and these games are going to get drawn out.
Definitely. Do you think Phil's saying, "Hey guys, I'm doing good. My opponent's on 5." This is why you picked me for your team.
You got Osip at 10, Shu at 16, but it looks like
we're going to switch back to Phil Napoli.
Napoli and Thompson. Phil's got a couple planes. Maybe he doesn't have any red. As you see a swamp and an island there.
Ooh, he draws it off the top.
All right.
That looks like a snow-covered mountain.
That's a very ugly mountain.
It is a snow-covered mountain?
And a frontline medic.
Yeah, frontline medic.
Okay. You want to talk about a turn 3 play? Okay, then.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's the 3/3 with probably the best battalion in the set.
Yep,
coming across for 3. Seen this card quite a bit.
Yep. All right. So this is Billy and his opponent just chilling there. All right. So back to the OSIP match right now.
You see the Scad playing Giant out there, Tenement Crasher,
Throw
coming across.
Alchemist.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So back to Napoli.
So there's a War Leader Chief. That's going to take care of the Corpse Blockade.
All right.
And now in we go with the Scorch Walker and the Frontline Medic across for 8 now.
damage, wow.
So 8, 9, 10, 11 from the previous attack. That's going to put Thompson down to 9.
Yeah, he's falling quick. Yep. 3 and then 8. Yeah.
So now here's the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, it does
And,
nothing.
Napoli
Just
just
2-4.
Napoli picks up really quick and he's like, okay, no text, like just 2-4, no gates in play. So let me keep going. Let me keep giving the beatdowns now, as he does have a Daring Skyjack in his hand. So no battalion yet for the Frontline Medic.
Yeah, so I mean, I would not attack right now if Napoli has no trick. I would just wait to turn on my Frontline Medic.
The thing is you know, there's nothing forcing him to attack. He can play some more guys here, as he does with this Daring Skyjack and the Keening Apparition, and then set up for a big attack next turn. A huge attack where all of his guys are going to have Indestructible, assuming that the battalion trigger is going to be able to happen. There's no Grizzly Spectacle pre-attacks, but we do see 3 islands in a swamp. So trigger that, trigger the battalion on Daring Skyjack. Going to give my guy flying. He's going to get in front of the 5-1, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're at 1.
Phil's deck actually looks pretty good.
I mean,
and he was complaining.
This deck doesn't look bad at all in this game. I mean, I can certainly see the argument of, like, I've got a bunch of 2-power guys with 2 mana and stuff like that, which you might not like, but, I mean, are you going to draw like that? You have War Leader Chiefs to take down, you know, something that's problematic or do those last 4 points of damage.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not so bad. And you see Napoli does win the match 2 games to 1, so Napoli, Lebedowicz, and Postlehwait are going to end up taking this match overall.
So they moved to 3-0.
They're going to move on to 3-0 with what looked to be not great decks.
Yeah, Billy's deck seemed kind of stinky too.
Yeah, I didn't see anything from Billy's deck that I really, you know, fell in love with. Certainly no bombs or anything like that, but you have to understand something. Postlehwait's someone who's played on a lot of Pro Tours. He has a sealed deck top 8 in Grand Prix Detroit from 2005. This guy knows how